In the kaleidoscopic cosmos of contemporary media, where narratives are spun with Machiavellian dexterity and public opinion is sculpted with the finesse of a Renaissance artist, the discourse surrounding Emma Vigeland's critique of Ethan Klein's H3 podcast illuminates a critical juncture in the digital age.
Vote free or die. Hey, I'm our crew. Thank you for your continuous honest reporting on Palestine. I used to be a YouTube paid subscriber, but I canceled and used the money to join the Majority Report after I heard some of my favorite YouTubers being dishonest or cowardly on the topic post October 7th. H3 promoted the beheaded babies myth extensively, for example, and has not retracted since. Thank you again and again, and for showing us ways we can help, however small. You know, there are a lot of people, I think, who are of good conscience who maybe just didn't follow Israel and Gaza or Israel-Palestine in any meaningful way before October 7th, who will see a report in the New York Times or something and just run with it, and not understand the long history of deep Israeli propaganda, which is only rivaled by Russian propaganda. I'm being really serious in terms of global reach. Only rivaled by Russian propaganda. I mean, U.S. propaganda too, but we have a freer press here, honestly. The fact that people took all of that stuff at face value just goes to show that they were ignorant. But if they haven't retracted at this point, then it's malicious. Or not malicious, at least shows something about their bias.
Emma Vigeland, a luminary of the Majority Report, dissected the superchat from a viewer who had renounced their YouTube subscription to the H3 podcast due to perceived dishonesty regarding the Israel-Palestine conflict. This interaction unveils a myriad of complexities, casting a spotlight on the responsibilities of digital influencers and the ethical conundrums they navigate. The viewer's disillusionment with Ethan Klein's H3 podcast, precipitated by the propagation of dubious narratives about the conflict, underscores a pivotal issue in modern media, the propagation of misinformation. In an era where information is disseminated at the speed of light, the veracity of such content is paramount. Klein's failure to retract or correct these narratives post-October 7th exacerbates this issue, potentially sowing seeds of misunderstanding and perpetuating a biased view of a deeply intricate geopolitical struggle. Emma Vigeland's response encapsulates a broader critique of media figures who wield significant influence yet fail to engage with their subjects with the necessary depth and responsibility. She elucidates the pernicious effects of such actions, highlighting the profound impact of long-standing Israeli propaganda. This propaganda, rivaled only by that of Russia in terms of global reach, shapes perceptions and narratives on a global scale. The comparison to Russian propaganda serves to underscore the potency and pervasiveness of these narratives, revealing the insidious nature of such information warfare. In the labyrinthine halls of media ethics, the concept of retraction and correction stands as a beacon of integrity. The refusal to correct misinformation, as Vigeland points out, transcends ignorance and borders on malice or, at the very least, a profound bias. This failure reflects a deeper issue within the media landscape, the entrenchment of ideological stances that eclipse the pursuit of truth. The reluctance or refusal to amend false narratives not only misguides the audience but also diminishes the credibility of the source, eroding the very foundation of trust upon which media rests. Klein's Jewish heritage is an indelible part of his identity, shaping his worldview and informing his responses to global events, particularly those involving Israel. This connection is neither inherently negative nor positive but requires contextual understanding. The historical and cultural weight carried by Jewish identity, especially in relation to Israel, is profound. For many Jewish individuals, Israel represents not just a nation-state but a symbol of historical resilience and survival against centuries of persecution. This deep-seated connection can influence perspectives, often engendering a protective stance towards Israel's policies and actions. The viewer's migration from H3 podcast to the Majority Report symbolizes a quest for authenticity and integrity in media consumption. It is a testament to the demand for conscientious reporting and the rejection of facile narratives that fail to withstand scrutiny. Vigeland's acknowledgement of this shift highlights the responsibility of media figures to provide accurate and nuanced reporting, especially on contentious issues like the Israel-Palestine conflict. The majority report's commitment to honest reporting, as lauded by the viewer, sets a standard for media integrity in a landscape rife with sensationalism and partial truths. The discourse also touches upon the broader implications of media bias and the role of propaganda. Vigeland's comparison of Israeli propaganda to that of Russia and the US illuminates the global dimension of this issue. It reveals how powerful nations utilize media to project their narratives, shape public opinion, and further their geopolitical agendas. This phenomenon underscores the necessity for media consumers to approach information critically, scrutinizing sources and seeking multiple perspectives to construct a well-rounded understanding of complex issues. Moreover, the dialogue reveals the intricate interplay between media influence and public perception. Figures like Klein wield substantial power in shaping their audience's views. This power necessitates a commensurate level of responsibility, as the dissemination of misinformation can have far-reaching consequences. Vigeland's critique serves as a clarion call for accountability, urging media figures to prioritize truth and integrity over sensationalism and ideological conformity. The issue also raises pertinent questions about the nature of media consumption in the digital age. The viewer's decision to redirect their financial support from H3 podcast to the Majority Report reflects a growing awareness and discernment among audiences. It signifies a demand for media that engages with issues earnestly and responsibly, rather than perpetuating convenient or sensational narratives. This shift in consumption patterns underscores the evolving dynamics of media trust and credibility. Vigeland's commentary on this matter not only critiques specific instances of misinformation but also addresses the systemic issues within the media landscape. It highlights the pervasive influence of propaganda and the ethical obligations of media figures. Her response embodies a call to elevate the standards of media discourse, advocating for a commitment to truth and a conscientious approach to reporting.